Hey guys, this is Lala Legacy, and welcome back to another episode of Roommates. I almost said coming out on top, but no, it's Roommates. Alright, let's jump right back in. Thinking about it, especially after Sally mentioned him, Dominic has been nothing but helpful to me since I got here. Sometimes I even feel like he's interested in being more than helpful. I don't know though. Still, I think it would be nice to have him along with me. Right, this is winter break. After making sure Sally's not around on her quest, I knock on Dominic's door. Yeah, come in. He sounds distracted, but I open the door anyway. I quietly knock again as I enter. Is this a bad time? Oh, Anne! No, come in, it's fine. I was just doing a little farming online. Oh, in your game again? Yeah, when classes are out, it's a great time to get some of the stuff done. I have a lot of free time for the next week or so. What can I do for you? He pressed a few keys on his keyboard and his game disappears. Oh, you didn't have to stop on my account. I just had a quick question, but if you're busy... Oh, no. You have my attention, Anne. I can play that any time. If you need something, I'm here to help. Actually, I was, wondering if you were free this week, or, if you had any plans. No, not really. This was pretty much all I was going to do. Just relax a bit. Well, the thing is, my family got me 2 tickets. They said I could bring someone home with me, and I wondered if, maybe, you wanted to come? Oh, wow, yeah, that sounds like fun. Gosh, this is kind of sudden. When do we have to be ready? The tickets are for 11 a.m. tomorrow, so you have tonight to pack some things. Alright, sounds good. I'll pack. Wow, meeting your parents already, huh? Dominic! Sorry, this will be fun. Thanks a lot, Dominic. I'll come get you tomorrow, okay? Definitely. Ooh, he's so excited to meet our parents! Back in my room, I still have a lot of packing to finish up. I call my parents and let them know that Dominic is coming with me. They seem excited to meet one of my friends and say they'll have a bed all set up. Luckily, my room is still waiting for me. I half expected them to have converted it into another office or something by now. I'm happy they haven't, though. I get off the call feeling pretty good about my decision and finish packing in just a few hours. I'll admit I don't really sleep that well. Too excited. But I managed to get enough rest that I'm not totally groggy the next day. We catch a cab to the airport, and then Dominic and I board our plane and we're off. We chat amiably during the plane ride and even manage to doze off a little. My mom and dad meet us at arrivals and take us out for a nice dinner since it's already a bit late in the day now. At last, properly fed, we come back to the house I grew up in. A nice couple rounds of board games later and my parents are ready to call it a night. They head off to bed as I show Dominic to the guest room, which looks exactly like his room at the Latin house. And this is where you'll be sleeping, Dominic. I hope my parents didn't give you too hard a time. They kinda grilled you a bit there. Oh, don't worry about it. I imagine I would have done this, had the same questions for a much older man my daughter brought home. I really didn't want them to get the wrong idea. I guess I failed on that. No, really, it's okay. They're perfectly nice people. I can see how you came up so polite. I had fun today, Anne, really. I'm glad. I was a little worried about bringing you here, but I think it's working out nicely so far. I'm actually really happy you invited me. Well, you're welcome, Dominic. I was just thinking about how helpful and nice you've been. I'm glad it's been fun for you too. Well, really, I mostly wanted to get to know you better. I mean, we've been on pretty good terms this quarter, but you've been great to have at the dorm, especially amongst all those other party animals. Thanks for putting in a good word with my parents, by the way. We both laugh, remembering how much they grilled him about making sure my grades stayed up. I think your grades did enough talking for themselves, but you really are a good student. I'm always happy to talk up a good student. I smile at the compliment as Dominic stretches a bit, putting his overnight bag down by the bed. Wow, you're almost like a different person here, Anne. So much more confident. He chuckles and I actually blush a little. I'm sorry, have I been rude? No, not at all. I like it. I'm glad you got that confidence in you. You should have it more often. I guess I'm just back in my comfort zone. I know my parents sheltered me. I mean, I'm an only child. Overprotective is probably an understatement. I guess after a while it started getting harder for me to leave my comfort zone. I always had a hard time making friends. Too studious, I guess. Well, you made friends pretty easily at Latin House. I don't know. I'm glad you're all so nice. And we're all glad you're so nice. I take a few steps closer to Dominic. He's right. I am feeling more confident in my comfort zone, and I'm happy he's here with me in it. And I'm glad that you've been watching out for me. You've made my first quarter a lot more pleasant. Dominic grins, blushing slightly. It's quite cute. It's nice to have someone else outside of their comfort zone for a change. Dominic pats the bed next to him. Have a seat? Oh, hell yeah! I sway my hips a bit as I saunter over to the bed. Oh my god, Anne. Dominic visibly swallows as I sit down next to him. You've been hanging out with Isabella. I immediately start blushing and giggle a bit. Well, paying attention anyway. She certainly gets a lot of guys looking her way. Well, you've definitely got me looking your way. He reaches up, placing a hand over my shoulder. I look up into his eyes as he searches my face. He starts to lean in, and just for a moment, I prepared myself to kiss Dominic. But at the last second, I put my head on his shoulder. He's probably disappointed. The tension screws up in my stomach. I should apologize, but he feels so good here and I don't want to speak yet. It felt like eternity, but it probably wasn't a second before I feel Dominic hug me close, placing his other arm around me. We stay like that for a while, his head on mine as he holds me. He feels almost hesitant, but his arms are strong. Finally, with a long, happy breath, I start to get up. Dominic gives me a final squeeze as I sit away from him for a moment. I should probably get to bed. Yeah, I guess I should get some sleep. I know I'll be having pleasant dreams. Oh my god, it's so cheesy. I managed to only let a small smile cross my face. I certainly feel like shouting, but something tells me that's not how normal people react. Me too. I head back to my old bedroom, feeling fairly good about myself. Coming back home was good for me, I'm sure. If nothing else, it showed me that I made the right decision going away for college. Seeing Dominic's reaction to my hometown and my parents, it's definitely made me feel better about my little town. But I know I'm meant to be somewhere bigger. That I'm meant to be out there in the world. As I get into bed, I reflect on my new friends and smile. I know I'll be back with them all soon, especially Dominic, and all the new fun things the next quarter will bring. Oh yeah! This has been a really good week, probably one of the best weeks ever. Being back home has really refreshed me. My parents are a little rough. They even tried to talk me into just staying. But I feel like I can return to school and get back to my books now. I can't wait to start back up again. I even managed to have a great Christmas. Dominic and I spent a bit of time away from my parents and got to see a few sights around my town. There are. Mostly, we just talked and enjoyed each other's company. Okay, so let's look at our stats again now. Okay, I have 90 out of 150, and I have, looks like 87 out of 100. So let's just keep it like this for now. because our grade seems to be doing okay. Our energy is definitely good. So let's go. Oh gosh. Already? Alright. Finally, though, it's time to get my head back in my studies. I have a few new classes this quarter, and a few continuations from last quarter. The continuations, luckily, are being taught by some of the same professors, so I don't have to learn new names this quarter. I even see a few familiar faces in class. It looks like Max is in here with me. We share a quick nod as we get seated next to each other. Also, just 1 second, guys. Alright. I also notice another vaguely familiar face. A red-haired girl I feel like I've seen around before. Max notices me looking and follows my gaze. Oh, looks like Roxanne's got into this class as well, huh? Before I can ask more, the professor strides into the room and throws his notes on the table in front of him. Welcome back to all of you who didn't flunk out of 101. You're not completely brain dead. Welcome to the class where you actually get started. Although I'll be lecturing and there will be homework, the majority of your grade this quarter is going to come from a paper due at the end of the class. Of course, I'll be expecting your paper to be inclusive to the topics we've discussed in class, so don't think you could just skip my class all quarter and bullshit your way to a grade A paper. Wow, Professor Task is being really harsh right at the beginning. That being said, as some of you know, I am a tenured professor here, which means I can indulge in more advanced classroom techniques. If you'd like to know more about it, come see me after class for an extra credit assignment. Otherwise, open your books. I don't plan on going slowly this quarter, so try to stay awake out there. The professor drones on us for the rest of the class, getting right into the new quarter's lessons. By the time class is done, I've already got a page of notes to look over tonight. Yeah, we're gonna have to play this event. I'm pretty happy the professor's starting us up right away. It's nice to feel like he trusts our intellects to be able to keep up. I'm even pretty curious about the offer he made. I'm always happy to do a little extra credit after all. This could be a way to get ahead this quarter. I pack up my things along with the other students, but instead of heading out the door, I head over to the professor. Hey, Anne! Max, I'm surprised to see you in this class. I transferred over this quarter. Actually, I'd heard the professor was interesting. Well, he's still a college professor. What's the worst he could do? Please, I'm a tenured professor. I could order you to fight to the death, and the worst I'd get from the dean is a sigh and a frown, and he'd apologize for sighing. The professor looks over the volunteers. Other than Max, I see a few other classmates I recognize from around campus. Is this it? I suppose I shouldn't have expected more. The professor scans the potentials with obvious disdain in his eyes. All right, I know some of you here are looking to skate out of my class on Easy Street. I'm pretty sure he looked at Max when he said that. And there's no way I'm going to let you do so without a little entertainment for me. Therefore, what I'm proposing is simple. You're going to get together in groups. There are enough of you here to make 3 groups of 2. Go ahead and take a few moments to choose your partner. I'll pick up a few other students later. We all look at each other for a few moments. Max and I look at each other, shrugging our shoulders. Suddenly, the red-haired student I could swear I'd met before comes over to me. Hello, it's Anne, isn't it? Yeah, hi! Sorry, do I know you? I don't think we've properly met. I'm Roxanne. I met some of your roommates last Halloween. Nice to meet you. You as well, Anne. I was actually wondering if you would like to be my partner for this activity. Oh, I was thinking I'd pair up with my friend here. Max looks between Roxanne and me. Yeah, I thought we'd partner up. Roxanne looks over at Max for a moment, as though she's sizing him up. I think you will find me the superior partner for this endeavor. Whoa, I may not be the smartest nail in the box. But I know Anne is. If anyone's riding her success train, it's gonna be me. I think you just made my case for me. I have no intention of not pulling my own weight. I think it should be obvious that I will make the better partner. Come on, Anne, let's ditch her and get on with the lesson. It doesn't really matter what I choose, so I'm gonna go with Roxanne since last time we had to do Max. I look at Max for a moment before I shake my head. Max, you know we'd be in this together, right? No, you don't, do you? You'll never learn anything if you're with me. You'll be down the hall bugging me all the time, wouldn't you? Oh, his pain face! It's best if you have a different partner, so you have to put effort in, I think. Max frowns at me. It was a joke, Anne, come on! I just shake my head at him. He throws his arms in the air in frustration and stalks off to talk to one of the other students. Roxanne watches him go for just a moment before turning back to me. That was definitely the right choice. Okay, are we all sorted? Good. Here's how it works, kiddies. Your partner and you are study buddies. Your grades are intertwined. Once all the assignments are turned in and the tests are done, you'll both get the average of your 2 grades. However, if one of you gets tired of all that working, just come to me and ask for the answers to the finals. I will give them to you. You'll pass the class and you won't have to do any of the other work. Oh gosh. Here's the rub. If one of you comes to me and the other doesn't, then the one who didn't ask for the answers will automatically fail the class. But if you both come to me, you get C's. Simple as that. Do you work together and hope you're smart enough to do it? Do you pray that your partner didn't decide to cheat? Do you take your C's and call it a day? Chew on that. Now, get out of my class. I have things to do. And with that, Professor Task just walks away from us. Most of us are left looking Google-eyed at each other. Oh my god! The prisoner's dilemma? Can he do that? I might fail? What have I gotten myself into? Either way, I guess I'll have to keep an eye on Roxanne. Alright, so let's go ahead and go forwards, I guess. I have to wait till week 11. So early in the new quarter and I've already got a ton of work to do. I wasn't expecting college to ramp up so quickly. I'll have to work just as hard to keep up with it all. Which is why I decided to take care of eating quickly and efficiently here at the cafe while I get some extra study time in. Is that gonna be it for you? This'll be fine, thanks, Isabella. If I need anything else, I'll let you know. See that you do, hon. She smiles at me as she walks away, swaying her hips. Her work outfit is actually quite cute on her. I crack open the first book and start reading. I'm trying to read and eat at the same time, so it's starting off a bit slowly. I'm starting to get into it though, when the door opens and one of my classmates walks in. Anne! Oh hey! I didn't know you'd be over here. I don't have to do it, so I'm just gonna skip. Oh, hey Carmen! Yeah, I'm just trying to get a little studying done. Just trying to get to work. Oh yeah, I totally get that. Can I get you something? While Isabella is helping Carmen, I do my best to look very busy with my studies. It's not that I'm trying to ignore Carmen. I just really did come in here to work on my studies. Luckily, Carmen seems to take the hint, and after giving me a smile and a wave, goes over to one of the other tables to eat her food. A few hours later, I take off, feeling pretty good about how much work I got done. Oh, thank gosh. Okay. Well, we're at 99 rational and 100 organized. Oh, this is going swimmingly. I'm a little surprised the house is so quiet. I know it's only the first week back, but I was half expecting a big party tonight or something. I wander out of my room to grab a quick snack. I guess it's going to be a quiet night. What? No, that's stupid. We're going to watch my show. My movie is not stupid, it is fantastic. I think that your movie might be the one that is steeped in stupidity. Ah, there it is. I knew the Latin House crew wouldn't let me down. But that is all the time that I have for this episode, guys. So if you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up down below. And if you haven't already, subscribe. By subscribing, you're becoming part of a legacy. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye!